They said Atlanta drama couldn't get any messier, but T.I. and Tiny just proved them dead wrong. This ain't no Love and Hip Hop episode. This is a full-blown BET Award-winning scandal that makes the Kardashians look like Sunday school saints. Word on the digital streets is that Tiny's dirty little secret just crawled out of hiding. And it's got T.I. losing his mind like he found out the Wi-Fi password was her ex's name. Picture this. King Harris live on camera screaming, "You cheated," while T.I.'s face looks like he's about to start. A new diss track called Family Fraud. The internet is eating this up faster than Kris Jenner signs new reality deals. And let's be honest, when T.I. snaps, it's not just a clapback. It's a full-scale meltdown with dictionary-sized vocabulary and street corner energy. This ain't just celebrity tea. This is boiling lava spilling all over the Harris household. Tiny's secret is out. King's emotions are raw, and T.I.'s pride just got body slammed, harder than a WWE main event. Buckle up, because what's coming next will have you refreshing your timeline like it's Judgment Day in ATL. Welcome to Expose Express, where loyalty dies live on camera. Let's rewind the tape, because this isn't just another celebrity caught slipping moment. This is the implosion of Atlanta royalty, T.I. and Tiny. The couple who practically trademarked Ride or Die are now the headline act in the dirtiest soap opera of the decade. For years, fans crowned them the hip-hop Bonnie and Clyde until the streets whispered that Clyde might have just found out. Bonnie's been texting another outlaw. Behind his back, it all started when a mysterious close friend dropped receipts in the dead of night. Screenshots, voice notes. A few grainy FaceTime clips that looked way too cozy for comfort. The internet detectives clocked in faster than TMZ could refresh their homepage. Suddenly, everyone's hashtag shifted from hashtag family goals to hashtag Tiny exposed and hashtag pray for T. It was chaos, beautiful, messy, algorithm-breaking chaos. And then came the real explosion, King Harris. The son who never stays silent, who's been turning his family name into viral headlines all year, finally broke. He went live, wild-eyed, furious, and unapologetic. "Y'all think y'all know my parents?" He shouted, veins popping like subtitles on a meltdown. "Y'all don't know what really goes on." Fans were frozen. One half of the internet was clutching pearls, the other half grabbing popcorn. King didn't stop there. He threw shade named emotions and hinted that the leak wasn't even a surprise, that the truth had been bubbling under their mansion walls for months. And that's when T.I., the self-proclaimed family general, couldn't take it anymore. Sources say he stormed into the room mid-live stream, trying to snatch phones, end broadcasts, and control the narrative like it was a verse on an unreleased track. But it was too late. The clip had already hit TikTok, been reposted by the Shade Room, and was trending before sunrise. Imagine waking up to find your marriage, your image, and your son's heartbreak plastered across the internet. That's T.I.'s Tuesday morning. The man who built an empire on swagger and discipline suddenly looked like a broken soldier, betrayed by the person he trusted most. Fans said he looked defeated. Others said he finally met his match, the memes. There was one with T.I. holding his own dictionary and the caption, "Trying to find the word for this level of betrayal." Another had King Harris photoshopped as Maury Povich holding an envelope. "Tiny, you are the cheater." Savage doesn't even begin to cover it. But how did we even get here? Let's talk about the real leak. According to insiders, Tiny had been reconnecting with an old flame, someone from back in the early Escape days, before fame, before T.I., before the family empire. At first it was innocent, just catching up, they said. But when those late-night calls turned into secret meets, things crossed into the danger zone. One source said the affair wasn't physical at first, but emotional, the kind that hits harder than a punch. Because when your loyalty's in question, every emoji, every deleted message feels like a betrayal. And you know how the internet works. Once a rumor starts, it doesn't stop. Fans dug deep, tracing old tour photos, backstage selfies, even matching jewelry. They started comparing timestamps and captions like detectives solving a cold case. "That bracelet Tiny's wearing. One fan tweeted, the same one dude had in his 2019 Insta post. Screenshots flew, timelines flooded, and suddenly everyone was a forensic expert in celebrity heartbreak. Then there was the moment that made this scandal. Nuclear Tiny's reaction. When confronted by T.I., she didn't deny it. She didn't even cry. She reportedly said, "You've done worse." And boom, just like that, the entire internet imploded. Every past rumor about T.I.'s alleged flings came crawling back like zombies in a revenge sequel. The hypocrisy was too delicious for the comments section to ignore. One fan wrote, "This is karma with a side of sweet tea." Another, "Tiny's just doing what T.I. did in HD." And somewhere in the background, King Harris, the walking embodiment of a TL drama, became the emotional core of the chaos. His live meltdown turned him from a rapper's son into the internet's favorite tragic character. People couldn't decide whether to feel sorry for him or add his reaction to the Celebrity Meltdown Hall of Fame. Clips of him shouting, "I'm done with all of it," were turned into TikTok sounds overnight. Even other celebrities started chiming in. Lil Scrappy dropped a comment, "Damn, not the royal family of ATL." Tamar Braxton tweeted a cryptic "C. Y'all always think y'all know love?" And then, of course, 50 Cent, the unofficial president of celebrity trolling, reposted the clip with his usual touch of gasoline. Caption, "Told y'all lovin' hip-hop ain't a show. It's a lifestyle." That one post alone reignited every past rumor, theory, and conspiracy about the Harris household. Meanwhile, T.I. tried to play damage control. He released a family values statement on Instagram, dressed sharp, using that trademark preacher tone he loves. We all fall short, but growth begins with truth. The comments were savage. "You mean her truth or yours?" One fan replied. "Sir, she fell short into someone else's DMs," said another. The man couldn't win. Tiny, on the other hand, stayed silent, and silence, in celebrity language, is louder than any apology. Fans took that as confirmation. Memes labeled her Tiny the Terrible, Queen of Quiet Guilt and Misentanglement 2.0. And the sad part? Her old group Xscape was scheduled for a reunion interview that same week. You can guess what happened? Half the questions were about the music, and the other half were not. By the end of the week, Tia was spotted leaving his studio looking exhausted, his trademark grin nowhere in sight. Paparazzi tried to get comments. All he said was, "Y'all pray for my family." And that's when it hit people beneath all the headlines and hashtags. This wasn't just a scandal. It was a family imploding in real time, streamed live to millions. But of course, the internet doesn't rest. The question wasn't just, did she cheat? It was who leaked it. Because somebody wanted this chaos out there. Someone inside the circle wanted the empire to crumble. And when fans started connecting the dots, they realized the leak didn't come from a random hater. It might have come from within. Rumors pointed toward a friend turned Denomi, someone who'd been cut off financially. Screenshots showed messages between Tiny's old assistant and a gossip blogger. "You didn't hear it from me," one DM read, "but that man's been losing sleep over what she did." Suddenly, betrayal wasn't just marital, it was strategic. Someone wanted this story viral. Someone wanted T.I. to break. And by the looks of it, he did. Because when you've built your empire on loyalty, that foundation cracks, there's no clean fix. There's just pain, pride, and public humiliation. And this was just the opening act. The next wave of chaos would make this look like a trailer. Because what came after wasn't just betrayal, it was revenge. When it rains in Atlanta, it pours gossip. Just when fans thought the storm had peaked, the thunder got louder, and this time, wasn't just T.I. and Tiny in the spotlight. The entire Harris family name got dragged through the digital mud like it owed Twitter money. Every influencer, every shade page, every YouTuber with a ring light suddenly became an expert witness. In the case of Tiny's secret versus T.I.'s sanity, let's be real, this was no ordinary cheating scandal. This was an all-you-can-eat buffet of chaos. The leaked DMIs were just the appetizer. Then came the voice memo, the one that sounded suspiciously like Tiny, whispering sweet nothings to someone who wasn't her husband. The clip spread faster than a Kardashian pregnancy rumor. Fans froze, replayed, slowed it down, ran it through audio filters like they were FBI agents. One YouTuber even uploaded a voice comparison breakdown, complete with graphs, charts, and timestamps, concluding, "Yep, that's her." Case closed. The reactions: utter madness. Twitter turned into a courtroom. Half the people screamed, "She cheated," and the other half shouted, "She's reclaiming her peace." Meanwhile, poor King Harris was trending again for all the wrong reasons. The clip of him yelling, "You cheated," became the internet's new go-to meme for betrayal, used everywhere from football upsets to fast food disappointments. One fan posted, "When McDonald's forgets your fries, insert King Harris's face." Another, "Netflix canceling your favorite show? You cheated?" The internet turned pain into punchlines, and the Harris family couldn't escape it. Even big-name celebs couldn't resist chiming in. Cardi B went live, sipping tea so loud the mic peaked, saying, "Man, y'all better stop playing with marriages online. Ain't nobody safe out here." Nicki Minaj fans instantly twisted that into shade toward Tiny, and within minutes, hashtags like #TinyCheatedChallenge were born. A challenge. People reenacting Tiny's alleged phone call in over-the-top soap opera voices. "Yes, baby, I'm still with T.I., but he's just busy." It was chaos, dressed in comedy, and people ate it up. Meanwhile, 50 Cent, the internet's favorite petty instigator, doubled down. He posted a photo of T.I. looking stressed, with the caption, "He got that I should have stayed single face." Fans were wheezing. One comment said, "50 gotta be stopped before someone files an emotional damage lawsuit." Another replied, "Nah, 50 is just saying what we all thinking." Even Boosie chimed in on IG Live, half laughing, half praying, saying, "Man, that's rough. But hey, that's karma, expeditiously." And speaking of expeditiously, remember T.I.'s famous podcast? Within 24 hours, the episode titles started disappearing. Fans noticed episodes where he once gave relationship advice quietly vanished. The irony was too thick to ignore. "You can't spell hypocrisy without tip," one fan tweeted. Savage, yes, but the internet has no chill. Behind the scenes, insiders claimed T.I. was spiraling. He'd kicked out half the house staff, reportedly yelling, "Everybody's leaking something." His close friends said he wasn't sleeping, wasn't eating, just pacing, replaying old memories. Trying to find the moment everything started falling apart. For a man known for control of words, business, an image, this was pure anarchy. Tiny, on the other hand, played it calm. Too calm. She posted a single photo, her hand with manicured nails, holding a wine glass. Caption, "Still standing." That's it. No explanations, no apologies, no denial. The comments section exploded. "She's unbothered," some wrote. "She's cold," others said. One follower summed it up best: "This woman's silence is louder than his dictionary." Then came the second leak, and this one hit harder. A video surfaced allegedly showing Tiny at a private event, dancing close with someone the internet instantly identified as her rumored side connection, a music producer known for working with her back in the Escape days. The clip was grainy, but the energy unmistakable. Twitter called it the Tiny Tango heard round the world. Within hours, the clip hit every gossip page imaginable, from Hollywood Unlocked to the Neighborhood Talk. And that's when King Harris snapped again. This time, not live, but through a cryptic Instagram story. Black screen, white text. "Y'all don't know what pain is. Simple, raw, heartbreaking." Fans felt it. Suddenly, the memes paused, replaced by genuine concern. Commenters said things like, "King didn't ask for this," and "Protect that boy's mental health." But empathy online lasts about 3 scrolls. Within minutes, People were making edits of his quote to Drake's Marvin's Room. Internet compassion, zero consistency. The tension in the Harris household was now at DEFCON 1. Rumors said T. I packed a bag and left for a spiritual reset. Tiny was allegedly seen entering a studio music therapy. Her reps called it. But the fans weren't buying it. They were waiting for the next move. And when T.I. finally resurfaced, online it was classic him, overdramatic, philosophical, and unintentionally hilarious. In a dimly lit room, wearing shades like a man auditioning for heartbreak. I went live. See? In life, sometimes you invest in loyalty and get counterfeit returns. Bro, the man sounded like a walking Twitter quote. The comments section was brutal. Not Shakespeare Harris, one wrote. Somebody take the thesaurus away. Another added, but in between the roasting, there was sadness. Because no matter how fancy he phrased it, you could tell he was hurting. Celebrities started taking sides. Some quietly unfollowed Tiny. Others showed support under her posts with hearts and stay strong emojis. Even love and hip-hop stars couldn't resist weighing in, Yandi Smith commented. No one knows what happens behind closed doors. While Carly Red, never missing an opportunity, posted a cryptic video captioned, "Sometimes the loudest woman ain't the one who cheated, it's the one who got caught first." That line alone launched an entire Reddit thread with over 50,000 comments dissecting whether she was shading Tiny or just fishing for clout. Meanwhile, the memes evolved into mini documentaries. TikTokers created timelines, fake reenactments, and voiceovers titled The Fall of the Harris Dynasty. One user even added dramatic music and fake courtroom narration. In the case of T.I. versus Tiny's temptation, the court finds pure chaos. Millions watched. Because this wasn't just gossip anymore, it was content. And content is the internet's oxygen. And the wildest part, amid all this, an old clip of Tiny on the reel started circulating, her talking about trust and forgiveness. Fans looped it with sad piano music, writing captions like this, aged like expired milk. Another old interview where T.I. bragged about keeping his household disciplined was stitched with a sarcastic voiceover. Guess the discipline expired too, huh? Brutal. But then the twist nobody saw coming. A leaked voicemail from an anonymous number was sent to multiple gossip blogs. The voice sounded a lot like one of T.I.'s own associates. The message said, "You think she did him wrong. It's been doing dirt for years. This just karma coming back full circle." The implication? Tiny's dirty secret might not be so black and white. Maybe this wasn't revenge. Maybe it was reflection. Suddenly, the narrative flipped. Tiny went from villain to victim in some corners of the internet. Fans started pulling up old interviews where she hinted at loneliness and feeling unappreciated. The internet couldn't decide anymore who to cancel T.I. for hypocrisy or Tiny for heartbreak. The line between sinner and saint blurred faster than TikTok's trending tab. By now, every gossip blog, YouTube reactor, and Instagram shade account was riding the wave. The drama had layers: betrayal, revenge, public humiliation, and emotional wreckage. It was a reality show without cameras, except millions were watching through their phones. And right in the middle of it all, King Harris again. The internet's favorite chaos child turned reluctant therapist. His last post before deleting his socials said it best: "I ain't picking sides, I'm picking peace." That line alone got over 2 million shares. Fans called him the only sane one left in the family. But peace was temporary. Because just when everyone thought the storm had passed, another headline dropped, one that would drag the entire story into a deeper, darker spiral. Because Tiny's dirty secret, turns out it wasn't just personal, it was professional. The next leak connected her to a business betrayal that could flip this story into something way bigger and way more dangerous. And trust me, what happened next? It made the cheating scandal look like a warm-up act. If you thought the storm had cleared, think again, because the Harris family drama wasn't done. It just leveled up. That so-called dirty little secret wasn't only about romance. It cracked open a Pandora's box of betrayal, business, and backdoor deals. Overnight, the internet learned that Tiny's secret lover wasn't just some random guy from her escaped past. He was allegedly tied to a money move gone wrong, and that changed everything. Receipts started flying like confetti. A whistleblower dropped emails showing that Tiny and her friend had been quietly forming a new management venture, one that might have clashed with T.I.'s own label, Empire. Suddenly, this wasn't just infidelity. 'Twas corporate espionage with matching outfits. Fans dubbed it Cheatgate meets Shark Tank. Some said Tiny wasn't cheating on T.I. She was competing with him. It's a savage move or a strategic genius. Depends on who you ask. T.I., meanwhile, was spiraling like a man in a telenovela. Word is, he tried to lock down all business accounts, calling lawyers, freezing funds, and even questioning which of his friends had switched sides. He wasn't just hurt, he was humiliated. Imagine building a dynasty for decades only to find your partner plotting her own empire behind your back. That's not heartbreak. That's a hostile takeover with eyeliner and lip gloss. And then came the apology war. Tiny posted a cryptic caption on Instagram. Sometimes peace costs everything. No tags, no names, just chaos. Within hours, T.I. clapped back with a photo of himself praying beside a Bible, captioned, "Even Judas had dinner with Jesus." Line sent the internet into a meltdown so loud, even Popeye's employees were arguing about it. Commenters split in half. Team Tiny versus Team T.I., the digital civil war of Atlanta. But while the grown-ups were posting parables, King Harris had had enough. He dropped a freestyle on Instagram Live that instantly went viral. The lyrics: brutal, family pain on camera, y'all turned it to a meme. Love ain't royal when the crown don't gleam. The kid vented his soul and fans felt every syllable. Blogs called it the most real thing to come out of this scandal. But others accused him of exploiting the family mess for clout. The truth: he was hurting, and music was his scream therapy. The public, though, was hooked like it was a Netflix binge. People were scheduling popcorn breaks for new updates. Memes evolved into TikTok documentaries. One creator made a fake trailer titled "The Fall of the Harris Dynasty." A family divided. It had voiceovers, slow motion, even dramatic thunder sound effects. It hit 1 million views in a day, and as if scripted by the universe itself. A new twist dropped. T.I. and Tiny were spotted together. Cameras caught them leaving a restaurant in Atlanta, looking tense but united. Tiny wore sunglasses big enough to hide a novel. T.I. looked like a man trying not to explode. Paparazzi screamed questions. Are y'all working it out? Did she cheat? Is the business over? Neither answered. But that silence was louder than a confession. The internet lost it. One side shouted forgiveness. The other yelled weakness. But everyone agreed on one thing. This couple knows how to turn disaster into drama gold. Every move they made felt strategic, like they were scripting their own redemption arc. Some fans swore they were pulling a Kris Jenner-level PR stunt. Leak, explode, reunite, capitalize. Others said, nah, this was too raw, too messy to be planned. This was pain, not publicity. Meanwhile, reports surfaced that their joint reality show pitch had quietly been revived. The title floating around: Harris Household, Broken but Bold, if true. That would be the biggest irony in Hollywood, since Keeping Up with the Kardashians became therapy for broken marriages. Imagine turning infidelity into income. America loves a comeback story, especially one dripping in betrayal. But the real emotional wreckage was behind closed doors. Insiders claim T.I. wasn't speaking to some family members who'd sided with Tiny. He reportedly told one cousin, "You leak once, you leave forever." That line went viral. Fans quoted it like scripture. But Tiny wasn't backing down either. She'd started working on new music songs. about self-worth and truth that fans suspected were thinly veiled shots at TI1. Leaked lyric allegedly said, "He preached about loyalty while sleeping with pride. You. Dot." And then, in the biggest shocker yet, the original leaker, the person who dropped the screenshots and voice notes that started this inferno, came forward. On a shady live stream hiding behind a blurred camera, they said, "I didn't do it for clout. I did it because everyone deserves to see the truth." When pressed for details, they claimed to be someone close to both of them who was tired of the lies. The plot twist. The voice sounded eerily familiar. Fans swore it was one of T.I.'s former employees. Instantly, conspiracy theories flooded timelines. Did T.I. accidentally hire his own saboteur? No one could keep up anymore. Even media outlets stopped trying to fact-check and just started narrating the madness. The Harris Affair saga, as it was now known, had transcended gossip. It was folklore. The memes evolved into moral lessons. Trust nobody. Screenshot everything. Love carefully. By now, the public's obsession was peaking. King Harris, exhausted, deleted all his socials and dropped a final message through his publicist. "My family needs time," was the first sane thing anyone had said in weeks. The internet responded with a weird mix of empathy and jokes. One comment read, "Take all the time you need. We'll still be here waiting for season 2 because at this point, everyone knew scandals like this never really end. They just take commercial breaks as the dust began to settle." T.I. was seen back in the studio, hoodie up, working on what insiders call his redemption project. Rumor is, the lead single might be titled "Betrayal Ain't Cheap." Meanwhile, Tiny's been hinting at her own tell-all interview, one where she plans to clear the air once and for all. You can already imagine the trailer, dramatic piano, soft lighting, and the tagline, "You heard their truth. Now hear mine." And just like that, the internet's attention clock resets. Because no matter how wild things get, one fact remains. Scandal is the fuel of fame. The same fans screaming "cancel them" will be streaming their comeback track next month. That's the twisted beauty of celebrity chaos. It never ends, just reinvents itself. For now, the Harris empire stands cracked, but not crushed. Love, lies, and live streams have rewritten their legacy, and we all got front row seats. But don't get too comfortable, because in Hollywood and hip-hop, forgiveness is temporary, and receipts are forever. The cameras may stop rolling, but the whispers won't. And as one viral tweet perfectly summed it up, "I lost control. Tiny lost loyalty and King Harris lost innocence, but the internet won again." And there you have it, the royal meltdown of Atlanta's first family. Served extra hot and messy, straight from the vault of celebrity chaos. I snapped. Tiny schemed, King Harris screamed, and the internet turned their heartbreak into high-definition entertainment. If you're still sitting there with your jaw on the floor, good. Because this saga just proved one thing. Loyalty in Hollywood expires faster than milk in a heat wave. Now, before the next scandal drops, and trust me, it's probably already brewing somewhere in the group chat. Hit that like button like it owes you money. Smash subscribe like you're snatching Tany's phone before the next leak drops. Drop a comment below and tell me who really played who here. Was Tiny reclaiming her power? Or did T.I. just get a taste of his own karma smoothie? I want your theories, your outrage, your wildest predictions, because around here, your opinion is the storyline. And don't act like you're done with this family, because the minute T.I. drops that forgiveness, freestyle, or Tiny walks into a talk show looking unbothered, you already know we'll be right here, breaking it down frame by frame. This isn't just a gossip channel. This is Expose Express, where every secret finds a microphone and every scandal gets the stage it deserves. So go ahead, turn on those notifications. Because in this world, peace is temporary, but the tea is eternal. And as always, remember, the cameras may stop rolling, but the mess never does. Stay tuned, stay messy, and stay ready, because if you blink in celebrity land, you might just miss the next betrayal. This is Expose Express, where the truth burns hotter than Atlanta drama. than Atlanta drama.